पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनम् इह संसारे बहुदुस्तारे इह संसारे बहुदुस्तारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे. Namaste to all. I'm not a singer, so if you are a musician or if you know Carnatic music, please forgive me because the tanpura is C sharp and I don't know if I match the swar. And of course my voice is not trained to sing, but I like this raga very much from my childhood. This is Kapi raga. In Carnatic music we say Kapi ragam. In the Hindustani we can say Pilu. Pilu will be very close to Kapi. So I always listen this tune from my childhood. Of course nowadays I am not listening. For the last, after I came into Vedic path, very few times I would have listened to this Punarapi Jananam sung by M.S. Subbalakshmi. But this is a very, very beautiful, heart-touching raga. And more importantly, the lyrics in this Bhajagovindam, in this 4 lines, Punarapi Jananam, it's out of the world lyrics. Very, very important and gives us a kind of chetavani. It gives us a kind of reminder to all of us that, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. So today afternoon I got a news that, from my previous company, the head of my department, in my previous company, that person passed away. Not very old, maybe 55 years she would be. So I was just then remembering that, see how life is so uncertain. Very, very rich person she was. Very rich person. Not Indian, European. Very rich and then very, very bold, very talented, very capable. Extremely, I would say, focused, result-oriented person. Extremely focused. Like, a daring woman. But when death comes, when death strikes, right, everything is gone. Whatever I have earned here will remain here. So I was remembering, she has so much of name and fame in Europe. But when the death strikes, everything will be here only. Nothing you can carry. You cannot carry your money, you cannot carry your family, you cannot carry your memories. You cannot carry your memories also. Your memories that's all gone. You will carry your sanskars. You will carry your karmas, you will carry your punya karma and pap karma, and you will carry your knowledge. Everything else, you will carry your agyan also, but everything else will remain here. So then I was remembering this shloka from Bhajagovindam, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. I thought of making a short video. See here, Adi Shankaracharya, I don't know if Adi Shankaracharya really wrote this or not. But anyways, whoever wrote this, let us assume it is Adi Shankaracharya, but whoever wrote this shloka, the word that is used is Iha samsare bahudustare. Bahudustare means very difficult. Iha, this samsar, it's like an ocean which is so difficult to cross. Even the ocean, what we see in this world, it's also not easy to cross. It's very difficult. But it's comparatively easy to cross the ocean. For example, you are living in Chennai. From Chennai port, you can cross over and go to Europe. You can reach to Germany, Hamburg port, or you can go to Shanghai port in China, or you can go to Lamchabang port in Thailand, or you can go to any other port. You know the name of the port and you just give money to the ship and then they will drop you there, right? So it's easy, comparatively easy. Yeah, the journey might be difficult. take 1 month to reach from here to Europe by sea, or 20 days. So the journey might be difficult, but still you can reach to the other port. But whereas in the life, in the ocean of our life, where is the port? The only thing what we know is life, birth and death. Jananam Maranam. How do I cross over the Jananam Maranam? Jananam Maranam is not the port. The port is the final destination. What is my final destination? My final destination is not birth and death. Our final destination is not death. Because after death you are again going to get born, right? So where is the port? The port is crossing over the birth and death. Today we have an assumption that okay, the child is born, we have to take care of the child and then grow him or her, and then shadi karana hai. They must be well educated, then I have to settle them, they have to get married and they will get kids and then they will grow old and then my duty is over. Where your duty is over? What is the purpose you have taken birth here is what we have never found out. That is why it is called as Bahudustare. First of all, we never find out the reason for our birth. And also we never find out the reason for our dukkha. Many people will not even know that they are in dukkha. They are in misery, they will not even know. Many people, they will not know. Even if they find out that they are in misery, they will not know how to cross over the misery. Okay, suppose even if they find out how to cross over the misery, that means they have found out the path of Vedas. They have found out the path to Paramatma through Vedas. Even if they reach there, like people like me, even if they reach there, for them also it is so difficult, so damn difficult. Even for people like, I have come to Vedic path. I came to Vedic path in 2004. Now we are in 2025. 21 years of, following the Vedic path and then slowly progressing. Even today also, it's so difficult to cross over this. I do not know the port yet. Yeah, I just know that I am in dukkha. Everybody is in dukkha. We must try to come out of dukkha and we must try help others to also cross over the dukkha. All these things are known to me. But why I have not crossed over the birth and death? No seriousness. Indri Sanyam, very important. Indri Sanyam, very important. Tapasya, long, intense tapasya. Unless and otherwise a person does intense tapasya, crossing over this birth and death is not easy. So here Adi Shankaracharya says, Iha samsare bahudustare. Very difficult Paramatma, Kripaya pare pahi murare. In fact, we can say Kripaya apare. This is my interpretation, this apare word, but this ocean, actually even it is not easy to cross. Apare means uncrossable actually. Cannot cross it also. Why we cannot cross it? Because we do not know what is that. What I see in front of me is birth. I heard the news, somebody has died today. I get the news that okay, these people got married last year and then that lady has delivered a baby. So I hear about birth, I hear about death. I see somebody is taking birth, I see somebody is dying. That birth and death can also happen in my own family. But even then also, it's like, I cannot fix it. How do I cross over the birth and death? First of all, I do not know the birth will again happen. Nobody actually knows except for few people in the Hindu community. In the Hindu community, few people know that birth and death it's a continuous cycle. If you go to anybody who is a Muslim or a Christian or some other religion, they will not even know that birth and death is a continuous cycle. Luckily, we know that birth and death is a continuous cycle. That means when I die, at the time of death, my body will remain here, my Jivatma will go to next birth. In the next birth, I will have new parents. God says that you are Jivatma, you will have to go to next birth. So death is not your end. Death is not your next birth is also not your end. After birth also, again you have to die. Why? Because what you do in between birth and death matters. So here, In Bhajagovindam, Adi Shankaracharya says he is praying to Paramatma Murare. Murare means we can assume Paramatma, not Sri Krishna. He is praying to Paramatma, Kripaya Pare Pahi Murare, Mujhe Raksha Karo. Please give me please Raksha Karo. Please give me protection so that I cross this birth and death cycle. Why? Otherwise, Janani Jatare Shayanam. See the technicality here. Janani Jatare Shayanam. Because in the next birth, if you are not protecting me and if you are not giving me moksha, hey Paramatma, in the next birth what will happen? You will again give me birth. And before birth what will happen? I have to go and sleep in my mother's womb. Janani means mother. Jatare means in the mother's womb there is Jatar Agni. In our stomach, in everybody's stomach there is Jatar Agni. And that Agni is responsible for digestion and other process. So inside the mother's womb also, the Agni of the stomach is burning, that is very hot chamber. The child is upside down. Imagine you are put in a polythene cover. The child is also inside a kind of polythene cover. It is inside a cover, and then when from the point of view of the child, it is upside down. Everywhere there is liquid and fluids flowing. The child is facing the heat of Jatar Agni, and also the child is facing the pressure from all the sides. When the mother is sleeping, when the mother is walking, when the mother is doing other work, the child is facing intense pressure inside. So, seeing all these things in Samadhi, Rishi is writing that Janani Jatare Shayanam. If I am not getting moksha in this Janma, hey Paramatma, I have to go and again face that mother's womb. And again I have to face that Janani Jatare Shayanam. And after that is okay. That is one part of Dukh. That is one, before birth itself we are facing Dukh. And after coming, how many Dukh? You have to go to school, learn ABCD, you have to take beating from the teacher, you cannot even properly eat, you do not, suppose you have a pain, when a small child has a pain, he or she does not even know to tell the pain. It's very difficult stage. Even the small children, it's a difficult life. When you grow up, it's some other difficulty comes, some other dukkha will come. After, in family life, maximum dukkha comes, and after that, further dukkha comes, old age. Because of lack of brahmacharya, because of lack of knowledge, because of lack of tapasya, old age is always in dukkha. So, here Adi Shankaracharya is giving a beautiful knowledge, Janani Jatare Shayanam. He is giving the entire life there. Not only the birth in the mother's womb, also after birth also the life is super strugglesome. Everywhere I am struggling. So I do not know how do I cross over this. Inner meaning is what? The only way you can know how do you cross over this is to come to the path where Paramatma says, come here. Where? Come to the Vedas. Yasachaya amritam yasya mrityuhu. Yasya mrityuhu. When we do not come to the shelter of Paramatma in the Vedas, mrityuhu, you will again and again die. But Yasachaya amritam, when you come to the shelter of Vedas, what is the shelter of Vedas? The shelter of Vedas is shelter of Acharya. Because Acharya is the one who can teach you Vedas. Paramatma cannot teach you Vedas. Paramatma cannot teach any one of us Vedas. Paramatma resides inside the Samadhistha Purush. And Samadhistha Purush can teach us Vedas. So, the only way we can cross over this ocean, Kripaya Pare Pahi Murare, how the God protects us and gives us moksha? By going to Vedas. When we start going towards the Vedic path, and even after, like as I told my example, even after coming to Vedic path, I am not able to cross over. Why? Because I am not yet serious. That's the only answer. A person who is serious in Vedic path will achieve his objective, like Maharishi Dhananda Saraswati, like my Acharya. When we become serious Jigyasu, when we have Vairagya in our life, we will surely know that we will attain that target. Rest all the people, they will say that I am in Vedic path, but they are not serious. Like people like me, I am also promoting Vedas. I am also giving the knowledge of Vedas to you people, but still I know myself. I know the truth. The Vairagya is lacking. Yeah, it's there somewhere, developing little by little, but So many distractions. Bahudustare. Remember, so many distractions will happen in our life. And every distraction will pull us apart. It will pull us apart from the Vedic path. So it's not easy. And when we miss that opportunity, then punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. You cannot cut the cycle of birth and death. This is the message of, the rishis. This is the message of Vedas also. And also the rishi goes one step ahead. In Upanishad, the rishi says, Mahati vinashtihi. Satyanash ho gaya tera. When you are dying without attaining moksha, Mahati vinashtihi. Maha dukh hai. Because again next birth you have to, of course, your karma will follow you, your sanskars will follow you, you are a tapasvi in this janma, next janma also probability of you becoming tapasvi is more, everything is okay. But the next janma again you have to start from ABCD, right? Again you have to take birth and you have to cross over the childhood. And when you are a small child, even though you have sanskars, there are many possibilities that you can get diverted because the world is so colorful. The world is very, very colorful. From our birth, the parents will start showing us various types of toys, various types of joys, and then the possibility of getting diverted is more. That's why the Rishi uses this strong word of Mahati Vinashti. It is not an anti-Vedic word. The Rishi is giving a warning. Why? The Rishi says, you have this Janma in your hand, don't postpone it to next Janma. Because the likelihood of Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam is more when you postpone it to next Janma. So try hard to get moksha in this Janma itself. So I remembered this shloka. This is a very, very important shloka. If possible, I never say this, but if possible, try to take down notes and try to listen this kind of shloka which will help us to remember this philosophy again and again. I never say that save my video, forward to others, but if possible, try to save. If this video is appealing to you and it is giving you some kind of motivation, try to save and listen these kind of videos again. I'm not saying that I'm great. I'm also in the same boat like you people. But I always, have this kind of habit in my life that when I read something, I want to tell to others. Because when I tell to others, I learn more. Similarly, you also do. When you learn something, try to tell to others. If other is not listening, try to make a video. In this case, you have to listen the video, right? Of course, you have a choice to switch off and then turn to another video. But for me, it is repeating to somebody else. Similarly, you can repeat in a video, you can repeat to the mirror. So when you repeat, when you speak to yourself or when you speak in the video, when you speak in the mirror, the possibility of you learning is more. You will learn more. The thoughts will come in, even today also. Normally I speak out of my own. I don't prepare any scripts and all. So when I speak, I learn more. Something comes up. Okay, yeah, this is what Acharya told. This is what I read in that book. So it will give you also an opportunity to grow. So if possible, take notes of these kind of videos and listen again and again. And also you also repeat to others. If nobody is there to listen to you, make a video. If you cannot make a video, stand in front of mirror and speak. So this will give you more motivation to think upon this topic of Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. When we die, we must at least secure that we are going in the right path. Because you are starting now, I'm just telling, when you die, at least you must have satisfaction that you are in the right path, in the right Vedic path. That is very, very important. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.